in the process. So we will visit the place, and that what is interesting here, if you visit other places in Champagne, is that everything is here. You know, we do everything here. So you know, the house is there. You know, the white square here, and that's the estate. That's Mailly village, the village of Mailly. Our flats are spread all over the village. And again, it's a circle of 1 mile, 1.5 kilometers. So we do everything here. We have 7 floors. So we have the vineyards here, and we ship the bottles here. And in between, everything is made here, only one place. So it's a real asset, because when the grapes are cut in the morning, within 2 hours they are here. You know, because it's a small place, only one village. And what you can see when you look at the sky map here is how white is everything. The roads, the lands, everything is white, because you have this piece of chalk. You know, it's a pure chalk. You remember what I said? It's 200 meters deep, and it's like a sponge again. It's one third water, and it's everywhere here. You can see it from the sky view here. What you don't see here is that we have north, east, south, east, west facing slopes. If you look from the window, you can see that we have some hills here, which means that we have Pinot Noir, we have Chardonnay, we have one village, but our village is divided into 35 plots. We call them lieux-dits, group of plots. It's a French name that has no translation, lieux-dits, group of plots. But we have these 35 places, and all of them are different. We have pure chalk, we have a bit of clay limestone, we have more Chardonnay, more Pinot Noir, south-facing old vines, young vines, etc., etc. So we have 35 different people. And all our business, all our process, all our system is to vinify them separately. And it's a big organization, because remember, it's 25 families. So the land belongs to the 25 families. And we will coordinate ourselves so that they work at the same plots at the same time. So it's a lot of work in advance. Let's say the harvest are mid-September. So from July until mid-September, during 2 months and a half, we will do some weekly analysis in each 35 areas. So every week we go and pick up some grapes, and we look at the sugar, the acidity, the size of the grapes, the color evolution. So we have some curves, and 1 week before the harvest, we do a meeting with the 25 estates, and we organize the harvest. And we say, look, we have the data, we know that this area is ready first, so all the growers that have land in Les Chalois, Les Côtes, Les Bas des Chalois, please harvest on Monday and Tuesday. So they have to coordinate themselves, and we will welcome the grapes from different estates, but same places. And we will put in one press different growers, different estates, but same places. And it's a very nice organization, because as they are different growers, we need them to work the same way. It's very important that quality-wise they bring the same quality. So as you can see on the map here on the wall, all 25 estates have certification. They all are certified, what we call sustainable agricultural practices. It's many different points, which means no herbicides, working the soil, bringing back trees, hedgerows inside the vineyard so that there's more biodiversity, etc., etc., using the grass, you know, when it's too humid, so that you don't use herbicide. So there are many different points they all have to follow. So it's made possible because internally we have hired an agronomist, an engineer, and she's in charge of helping these 25 estates so that they follow the same rules, and so that she could coordinate the harvest. Because, you know, Chardonnay is nice, but Pinot Noir is very difficult to work with. Chardonnay is always good, you know, a little too late, a little too early. Chardonnay is always good, it's the easy one. Pinot Noir, it's like in Burgundy. It can be the best, but it can be a nightmare. So you need to harvest at the very right time. 2 days after it's too late, 2 days before it's too early. So we really need to harvest when it's time. That's why we have all this test plot system to organize the harvest very closely. And we have this internal system so that the growers are at the same time in the same place. Because if you have already visited champagne houses or growers, if you have visited the cellar, you have already seen that on each tank you have the name of the village. You know, if you visit Moet or Pommery or Clicquot or houses which have land in many different places, they will isolate villages. They have one tank with village named Verzenay, one tank with Avize, one tank with Le Mesnil, etc., etc. And the winemaker is making his own blend. We do exactly the same thing here, but on a village scale. So we reproduce the blending process, we reproduce all this scheme, but on the Grand Cru scale, on a village scale. So we work as our friends, but instead of separating villages, we separate plots from one village. So that's all the business here, and that's why we have a large range. We have 12 different champagnes, because isolating different plots means you can offer different style, but they all are coming from one village. So that's the essence of our business for 96 years, and we have no idea to change that. So if you walk a little further, so now it's a bit the mess because we are doing some work on the roof, but usually nothing happens during 50 weeks, and you have during 2 weeks the harvest. So during harvest, we open the big door here where you bus is parked, and you welcome the grapes of all the growers. And I don't know if you're aware of that, but in Champagne, the harvest must be manual. No machine, it's not allowed. So just to give you some figures, Champagne is 34,000 hectares. You need 4 people per hectare. So we need to find 130,000 workers during 2 weeks. It's quite difficult, so because you never know when the harvests are. You know, it can be in August.
How many workers?
Sorry?
How many workers?
130,000 for Champagne, for the whole Champagne region. For all of Champagne region. So for Mailly, which is 70 hectares, you need to find 300 pickers, which is quite a lot. So once you have these pickers, they will cut the grapes, and they will fill the plastic cask that you see here, and they will fill the plastic cask with about 40-45 kilos. And the cask are weighted here because you need to know exactly how many kilos is brought, because by law X kilo is X liter of wine. So you need to know how many kilos, which plot, and which grower. And then we will direct the grapes in one of these 4 presses. So we'll see just after downstairs we have 4 presses, and the idea is 1 press, 1 lieu-dit. So we are here to direct where the grapes should go, and again the idea is vinifying separately specific plots. So that's the system. You weigh the grapes, you put the grapes by hand in the press which is downstairs, and then the casks are washed here, and then they go outside, and the pickers are ready to go again into the vineyards. So during harvest time, it's 24 hours a day, because when the last grapes arrive here at 7 in the evening, and they will be pressed at midnight, it's 4 hours of pressing. You need to wash everything. So we work 24 hours a day during 10, 12 days. So that's why here nothing happened during 50 weeks, and during 2 weeks it's full of grapes. So that's the place where we welcome the grapes. So let's use, if you have any questions. Yes?
You mentioned you have 35 lieu-dits here in the Champagne. Is that the same thing as a climat? Because we also heard that term during our visit here.
It's exactly the same thing.
Exactly the same thing.
Climat is the Burgundy word, but climat is a lieu-dit. We are very strange in France. We all have our own specific name to tell the same things, and we can't translate them, so we are silly. But Climat is known for Burgundy, and lieu-dit is known for other regions, not only Champagne.